This is RSBNB Update, episode 361, recorded Friday, May 18th, 2012. Ring, 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 banana hat. Hello everybody, and thank you for being with us for RSBAND Update 361. We're here to discuss another week of thrilling news announcements by Jagex Ltd. And with us this week is Paul, PFK99s, formerly known as SilverWiz9 on RuneScape, the guy who got married for one of our Get on the Show contests.
Always gotta throw that last one in.
Yep.
Always.
Yep. And of course, the usual J1, J2, J3 as well.
Yeah.
So this week is kind of a quiet week on the RS update front. Nothing game content related released. Mostly just ramping up for next week's release of the Queen Black Dragon. But first comes the third wild weekend featuring double drops and monkey mayhem. So, this weekend you will be able to get double drops on a huge selection of NPCs.
Your words, use them, Shane.
The God Wars 2, next, the King Black Dragon, the Calphite Queen, Dagonoth Kings, Giant Mole, Glaciers, Chaos Tunnels, all monsters except Bork, the Revenant Dungeon, and the Stronghold of Security. For some reason that is on there.
Yeah.
And, of course, you'll also be able to get double drops from the Barrows Brothers and the Barrows Chest. They say there's a chance. So, if you're looking to do
anything,
some...
super valuable in the Barrows Chest anymore? I mean...
well, you know, the armor is still valuable because it's a decent mid-range armor and whatnot. And there's the set released last year, the Akrise set after Ritual of the Mazzarat.
Oh, right.
Yes. Are we going to be taking advantage of any of these?
No, sir.
Well, there is the boss weekend this week. I was hoping to actually be able to make it, but we'll see what happens.
What, the stop the bosses thing?
Yeah.
That's another thing they're highlighting here. It's a huge selection of boss events this weekend put on by Jagex and clans. Everything really. For instance, it starts off on Saturday with the Corp Beast, Kriara, Corp Beast. Pretty much every hour of the weekend there's a boss fight going on.
Yes, and if it's going to be the Chaos Elemental, that kind of means people are going to be PKing in that area for quite some time.
Yeah, but who'd really fight the Chaos Elemental like that?
Who does fight the Chaos Elemental, period?
Exactly. I don't see any point to fighting the Chaos Elemental because...
Do they add new drops at all since it came out?
No, and the Chaos Elemental isn't even on this list, so why would we be fighting it?
I was just, the cool thing that it had was, 30 strange fruit back in the day? And that was kind of like the, woo, cool. I mean, there was never anything
remember
good
strange
that dropped.
fruit? You used to get it from those little strange plants that would come. For those of you guys who are new players... Once upon a time, there was a little event. It would appear, and there'd be this little plant that would appear next to you. And if you didn't pick the fruit off it, it would start attacking you and poison you.
And the fruit itself could heal, 30% run energy? Or
and that was
something like
that was pretty substantial back in the day because there was no agility update to make you run faster. I mean, not run faster, recharge faster.
Restore faster. But, no, that was before... I think that was still out, but it didn't have... Well, maybe not the entire time, but they didn't have summoning, so you couldn't have the bird behind you.
Bird.
That you could just never. You can keep running as long as you want. You never run out.
Yeah. Anyways, so while we're on this, just also mentioning here the boss hunting sessions. So all throughout the weekend, information can be found. In the show notes, there's a link to the forum topic with all the different bosses on it, and it also says which clan chat you might want to enter, or which friends chat you might want to enter. What's this
Savvy?
about the Queen Black Dragon, Paul? It's not out yet.
You didn't see the behind the scene video?
I did see the behind the scene video. Yes.
Yeah, Queen Black Dragon is next weekend.
Yeah.
We'll get into
She's
that later on.
angry. She's
Yes,
angry.
and you forget that Shane does not understand female anatomy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I didn't get how that was pertaining to being angry.
Paul, do you want to say this now, or do you want to save it to after?
Probably should wait till later.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is Anyway, second part of this is also the Monkey Mayhem. You're able to get some new monkey hats from the.
I want one of those.
Yes,
So
but the odds of me getting one is pretty much non-existent.
So you
That's
get
why
the
I'm gonna
monkey
buy some
and that
spins
little
this
weird
weekend.
hat thing, or you just get the monkey? And the
The monkey
banana
hat.
leaf or whatever?
They're
believe so.
separate.
Okay. So
Oh.
that's a shame.
Oh, see, Shane does want a monkey on his shoulder.
See, I mean, I just want it for the banana hat. That's the main reason I want this.
You want to wear a banana on your head?
Yes.
Okay. Paul, do you have any bananas in your house?
Yep.
All right,
Well, maybe not
sometimes just-
anymore, but yes. And they're splitting too, so which I've never seen a banana do, but they're delicious.
All right. Well,
I
it's
can't
already-
eat
it's already
bananas.
splitting.
I'm
You can
I'm
just-
kind of allergic to bananas. Last time I ate one, my tongue swelled up a bit.
Oh, that's
Huh.
not good.
Mm,
That means you have a strong immune system, and it fights everything. Just
Yeah,
stuff that's not supposed to be.
yeah, he's
So,
a very allergic boy.
There's a cosmetic monkey mace, a consumable monkey barrel that's even more fun than it sounds, and the 3 monkey hats
More
themed
fun than
around
a
see
barrel
no
of
evil,
monkeys.
hear no evil, and speak no evil.
Very
Or
nice.
maybe it is part of, maybe the banana thing is part of the hat.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Well, we'll find out in next. Find out
Comes out
tomorrow.
next week, so
No, it comes out today. I've actually,
Oh, you
right
just
as we're
haven't seen it.
recording this here, I could be doing my Squeal of Fortune spin and getting this. I'm actually going to buy some spins this weekend to try and get that.
with money.
Yes,
Shane's rich.
I
don't you remember?
thought you said you didn't like that.
I said I don't
here's the
like the
mon-
gambling idea of it, but because I'm above age, I have no problem with that.
It does come with the. It does come with the. What you call it? The
Oh,
banana.
good.
Yep. According
Alright.
to the wiki, as it were.
I
good enough.
well, maybe that changes my mind if it comes with the monkey, because I didn't want the monkey. I just wanted the bananas.
You could. Well, yeah, all right, whatever. So good luck on your spins this week if you want the monkey, and if you get one, great. If you don't, well, you didn't lose much out anyway.
Yeah. So, but I'm wondering what you'll be able to do with the barrel of monkeys, because it's
It's more fun than a barrel of monkeys. Nothing is more fun than a barrel of monkeys. Well, some stuff is, but it's hard to beat because it's a barrel of monkeys. Do you
Maybe
understand?
you'll be able
this
to
concept?
use them to do your bidding and whatnot.
Say there aren't. I wonder if you could restock it by going to Karumja and just like kidnapping monkeys and throwing them in a barrel, and then like using the barrel as Donkey Kong and just like throw it at stuff, and the monkeys come out and attack that stuff.
I don't know if
Kills the teabag.
we'd go that far into turning it into a Donkey Kong kind of thing. And yes, I do know what Donkey Kong is.
That's good.
So,
But you don't know what PMS is.
oh, I do know what that is. I just didn't see your connection between the Queen Black Dragon looking angry and that.
And no, you don't know what PMS is.
Oh, sure I do.
Then
Anyways,
you're mixing up something.
moving on.
Up to the east side.
Yes, we're moving on to the Evolution of Combat beta sign up right now.
Woohoo! I'm interested in this.
Yeah, me too. I'm actually happy that they released some info as to how this is going to work. Starting on June 1st, people are going to be able to sign up to this beta. It'll be released on the 26th of June, and later all members will get access, they said, shortly after. So I'm assuming it'll probably be a week or two after that, kind of like what happened in 2008 with RuneScape HD.
That came out in beta?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't remember.
It was
that.
before Paul's time.
No, it wasn't.
Hey, it looks like this guy is wearing a shotgun. Open up the first picture.
That's
on
what
that.
someone actually said it. It's a chaotic crossbow.
Oh, it looks quite like a shotgun,
But
doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Looks
But
like a sawed-off shotgun.
I do want to yell at the guy who decided to wear full dragon while trying to range and mage
Yeah.
and wielding bronze weaponry.
Yeah, I don't know why they go for bronze stuff. That's not very...
Well, it's just to show what it looks like, so it really doesn't matter.
Yeah, still,
You
why
can tell.
out of everything, why bronze?
I don't know. It could have went with dragon, but they did go with the chaotic crossbow, like you said.
They could have, used rune at least.
The only difference that I see right now, like, in these pictures, is that you can holster... Well, not really holster, but you can put your sword at your side instead of having it on, like, out the entire time.
Well, it's not going to be purely graphical. It's going to be entirely different.
I know,
based
I see that, but it's like,
mechanic.
that's the only thing right now I can tell you.
I think you should come back
that's
and check it out when it's released, because you do have 99 Slayer and all that other good stuff like that.
I do. I don't know, I could, maybe. I got money now.
I mean, it would
I've always
be
had money,
interesting to see how this changes the way we fight a God Wars dungeon or something like that. Or even the way you combat an imp or something.
I don't know, you kind of hope they don't change it too much. But,
Well, they said this is going to be the biggest content release ever.
which is kind of... I don't know, that's...
Well, I think that
it's concerning. Because combat is so huge that... Anyway, so go ahead.
Yeah, it is a major part of the game. That's, I guess, why they're putting this at beta. And they did say they're going to take what they learned in the beta test and use it to tweak the mechanics into a way that the players like and everything. So that's good, I guess. But, I mean, I just don't think that the way they're doing this beta, kind of like how they did the RSHD beta, is the right way to go. I think it should be a wider beta, kind of like a game beta, come out for a couple of months before the rest of the population gets access to it. Because, I mean, it just doesn't seem right to me to be using your player base as a test bed for something that's so major to the game.
That makes perfect sense to me. If it's going to change game mechanics that much, you want to make sure people will actually be able to...
But do you really want to be having every player having input on this? I mean, there are some people on RuneScape who have absolutely crazy ideas about the game who know nothing.
Well, then they won't listen to those people. They'll listen to the people who have either good ideas, easily implemented ideas that people like, or somewhat useful advice that's also probably easy to do. I can't imagine they'll probably release it, and I can't imagine it's going to change all too much from when they release it to when it comes out officially. But the small tweaks sometimes do make a huge difference in the long run.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully, by the time most people see it, they'll actually have something presentable to the entire population.
I don't know. I'm still kind of concerned about this. I'd have liked to see a different way of going about this, a more structured way. Like, for example, we're going to get a proportional number of players. We're going to get, say, 90% Windows players, 8% Mac players, and 2% Windows players in our beta. And of that range, we're going to get a few people who are maxed out, the bulk of the people who are between 120 and 100 combat, and then once again a few people who are below 100 combat, since I imagine that's somehow how the breakdown would work out. I mean, I just think that would be a better way of doing this than having a free-for-all sign-up and releasing it to everybody a few days later. I just think that would be a better way of doing this.
Well, they've got 3 weeks between, or almost 4 weeks between first people. I guess.
Well, sign up is June 1st, and it's releasing on the 25th. So, and they said shortly after it'll be released to the
game. Man, that's the first batch of it has entered the game on shortly after. So it'll probably be in July.
Yeah.
That's kind of weird, even that they're doing it
See?
in the summer.
That's
you think? Well, I mean, just for content, you think they'd want to release it not when every friggin' person's.
Well, you do want to
game.
release it when everyone's playing, because look back at all the other past.
But if something
releases.
goes wrong, you want to make sure that the majority of people don't see it. You want to make sure. I mean, I understand that, but
remember,
because if it's this big, you kind of don't want everyone to see it before it's really, really, really polished.
Exactly. But also, let's remember this is Jagex. Summer releases RuneScape HD 2008. Dungeoneering April of 2010, gearing up for summer, of course. Construction end of May 2006, gearing up for summer once again. And as we all know, construction brought on one of the biggest bugs ever, 6606, the Falador Massacre. So, I mean, we're going into this beta thing with a huge number of people, so who knows what could end up happening with this. This is kind of the reason why I think it should be more limited and a wider beta period than releasing it to all your members shortly after, That's just where my my aura of common sense is coming from after playing for all these years. Anyways. That's just me, unless you guys have anything else on this combat thingamajig.
It'll be interesting.
We'll talk more about it when it actually comes, when it is actually released in beta.
Yeah, I'm waiting for them to completely tip the combat triangle on their head and make all the PvPers go crying.
And Piers, you'll love that, wouldn't you?
Yeah, it's going to be so fun to watch.
Maybe they'll
because there are people who are out there who are going to be literally rioting, probably because there's some change that broke a certain mechanic of the game they like.
You're gonna riot in RuneScape. Oh my god! Shut down the presses. Huge deal. You go to Falador, you type stuff on your chat box, and you press enter.
Yeah. So it's going to be interesting to see how this all pans out and everything, but they're not going to make everyone happy with this. I can guarantee it. The way Jagex has been going, they've been trying to take the game in a different direction, and for the most part, I agree with what they're doing, but I don't think there's a... Actually, let me rephrase this. I think there's a contingent of players out there who want the game to remain how it used to be. I know they had a Q&A a while back, and there's a thing. Is there any chance of having a RuneScape feature freeze so that it's the same game as it was in 2008?
Yeah, the only news I've heard of that are private servers, and
which are illegal.
Those, so,
or you can go play back RuneScape Classic.
Or
it's still around,
which is I don't know if I would want to go back that far. But I don't know, I'm not overly I still play whenever I do play. I still play in the fixed window size, old style, with all the graphics turned off, because that's the way I like it. But I like the new stuff too. It just I like to not have to deal with the fancy graphics and the move my mouse halfway across the 1920 by 1200 screen.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, this is what I'm going to be talking about next week or the week after on my Informer article. The fact that this interface we have now is just basically an upscale of the RS2 interface, which is not designed for this.
No, it's not. It's terrible.
And you don't really want to lick the interface, So
no, you can change it, but people that's been playing since 2004 are going to be ticked, or since 2008, 2012 even, that are already used to it. You change it too much, and it's going to be huge.
Yeah, well, they need to do that, and they've been too evolutionary on that, rather than just... they need to pull a Windows 8, but more on that next week.
No, not a Windows 8. Never a Windows 8. No.
All right, moving on from that little tangent there. Next up, 15 bonus spins with 90 and 100-day RuneScape game cards. So, Paul, if you go out to your store and buy a 90 or 100-day card, you get 15 extra spins on the squeal.
Store locator. Hold on, let's see where the closest one is to me. Crap, I have to kind of just... Oh, it doesn't say... It's not a store locator, it just shows you the stores that it has. That is not a locator in the slightest. So I can go to Walmart, that's a little too far. Best Buy, and also same district.
Go to Target.
Nope, don't even have one anywhere close to here. GameStop would be Burlington. I could do that. Rite Aid. I got one of those in St. Albans. I could do that. It's 15 miles. 10 miles. 15 minutes. I could go get one. I did work there, too. I had to reposition some stuff. So, yep. For work, got paid for it. It's fantastic.
Hey.
So,
all right. Yeah, so, I don't know.
You get 15 extra spins.
What's the minimum you have to buy? I mean, what's
a 90-day game card.
Do they have 30 days or 90 is the lowest you can buy?
90 is the min that you can buy for this promo.
So that's $25 probably?
Yeah, I think it's around 23 or something.
It's not so great.
And, 15 bonus spins, you could just buy the extra bonus spins yourself. So really, there's nothing that you're gaining off this.
What's the best I can get from a bonus spin?
Armadillo helmet.
Bonus spin.
What?
Oh, who?
Dragon
or
Claws?
Divine Shield. There you go. That's what you can get from the spins.
Oh yeah,
I could see that. Somewhat valuable.
The odds of getting that, you're better off getting shot by lightning.
Well, it is gambling, so I'm not saying what am I going to get, because the only times I've spun have been in free to play, and I've gotten 8,000 coins and a sapphire and junk before, or iron ore, I think.
That sapphire will go a long way to raise your crafting level, Paul.
It's already pretty good. I don't even remember what it was. It's 80 something, right? I don't know.
Oh, that's good.
You can't check it now because I'm free to play, and they took all the free to plays offline because they're buttheads like that. But
so I take it you don't agree with the free to play change that they're
come on! It's not like it takes up so many resources. Come on.
Yeah, they just wanted to find a way.
I mean, they've probably got more free to play than members, but come on, that's not huge. That's not going to be the difference between someone not subscribing and subscribing. That's pretty minimal.
Yeah, it's a nice
cool.
little perk.
I mean, my signature technically won't work anymore, but the signature I use, I have to enter in all the numbers mostly manually. But at any rate, because it's a gold signature. At any rate, that's stupid. That's really stupid. That's just like Windows. That's like Microsoft ripping DVD playback out of Windows 8. That's stupid. It's so cheap. Seriously. Just friggin' include that.
Yeah, in hindsight, that does seem like cheap to prevent.
It's cheap. It's so
that.
Cheap. I mean, I wouldn't use it.
VLC
I'm not saying
for that.
I would. And I'm not saying that it's a huge deal. I'm just saying it's so cheap. Come on. It was cracked by a friggin' high schooler. DVD John.
So for anybody who is out there wondering, we just took a little diversion here towards Windows 8 because Windows 8, when that ships later this summer, will not have native DVD playback unless you buy the Media Center add-on, providing you don't want to use VLC.
Providing you already have Windows 7 Professional, or Windows 8 Professional, sorry.
Oh, okay.
Or Pro. You cannot have Windows 8, which is basically Home Premium below. That's all Windows 8. Then it goes to Windows 8 Pro, and that has the ability to buy the Media Center pack, which also you're not going to be able to get Media Center. I don't use it anyway, so like I said, I don't even play DVDs. I don't care about any of this that much, but come on, it's DVDs. I would just use VLC over any other program, but it's
So this is similar to removing the high scores then for free-to-play, you're saying?
Yeah, I'm just saying it's so cheap for them to remove that it seems stupid. And I can't imagine too many people, some be like, oh, DVD playback doesn't work. So they're going to call up some tech shop like I work at, and we're either going to say, well, either A, we're going to get a partnership with some crappy vendor to sell them a DVD playing product, which I kind of doubt it, or we're just going to say, hey, VLC, it works, it's free, it'll play back your DVDs. You don't need to pay for anything. Oh,
if
okay.
only there was a way for you to do this.
We'll try to sell them a copy of Windows 7.
To get to unlock free-to-play high scores on RuneScape then. Anyways, so this is the video you guys were...
always have to go off track about Windows 8.
Yes. That is
so this
technology.
is the video you guys were talking about where the Queen Black Dragon looks angry. What they did is they're now producing behind-the-scenes videos, so they've got a behind-the-scenes video for next week's update, the Queen Black Dragon. And basically they got their same old narrator friend here who narrated the RuneFest episodes, and they're going to be telling us a bit about what's happening in next week.
This members update comes in 2 parts, bringing a mysterious new quest to RuneScape and a multi-level training dungeon in part 1, and in the week that follows, a fearsome high-level encounter with the Queen Black Dragon herself. Legend tells that this formidable beast was created thousands of years ago by the powerful Dragonkin race, then sealed, sleeping underground. Your journey towards the truth about the Queen Black Dragon begins with a simple quest from a Rimington villager, desperate to learn why her husband and other village folk aren't waking up from their dreams.
Freddy's got them. Duh.
Huh?
Freddy Krueger.
Freddy Krueger?
Who's that?
He's got them in their... Oh, God, Shane. Actually,
Shane's too young.
that was actually
Sorry, Paul, you just broke up there.
that took place in the town that I used to go to college. The Nightmare on Elm Street. Elm Street was actually located, and the story takes place in the town I used to go to college at. So, like in the original movie, which is the only one you should watch, the second one's terrible. The scene where they have pipes and I don't know, it's the boiler room or whatever. That's actually in the old building that I used to go to.
Okay, now how does this relate to the Queen Black Dragon again?
Not waking up. That's the thing he used to do.
Okay.
He used to go in the dreams, and seriously,
Kill people.
it's a good movie. Just go ahead and
I
watch
thought
it. It's from
this
like
is
the 70s or 80s or something.
as that Star Trek Voyager episode where they're all sharing the
what?
same dream and they didn't wake up.
Paul, I swear to God, I saw him saying that right then and there.
Yeah, doesn't surprise me.
Only difference is though, Shane, in that one he actually kills you, while in your Voyager he just makes you go in a la land and fall asleep without, taking another 10.
Yeah, if you get stabbed in your dream by Freddy Krueger, you get stabbed in real life and you die. So just heads up. It's not a
Okay,
thing.
so I'll have to be careful before I go to sleep then.
Only if you ticked off Freddy Krueger.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't think I did that then. That's okay.
Or you have a sleepover.
Yep.
You're
Actually, not you. Sorry, not your parents. Your parents. If your parents ticked off Freddy Krueger, then
Why
yes, you should be
would
afraid
it be them?
You just watch the movie, you'll understand.
Okay.
Or you suffer from night terrors, which would actually really suck.
There's no need to get into it.
Isn't that what happened to Benny?
No.
Yeah, it would.
Leave Benny out of this.
Okay. Also, this week, speaking of video, they're doing their weekly, or bi-weekly, I guess, new show called Runecast, which is basically a community roundup type thing done in video. So basically, it's going to be community stuff, all the Jagex news every week, a little short installment posted on YouTube. This week's first episode.
Hello and welcome to Runecast. Every fortnight, we'll be bringing together the best of what's happening with the RuneScape community and delivering it right into your brain
Really
via
soft,
one
Shane.
handy bite-sized video. Coming
Yeah, it's just playing through your speakers or something?
Yeah, I just played a few minutes back of that there, but
Gotcha.
I mean it's not a weekly podcast type thing or anything like that. I guess it's just going to be a little video roundup from Jagex about this, and I think they needed to do this a few years ago, actually.
Yeah, podcasting's been around for a while. They should have jumped on it when it was new.
Yeah, so many other games out there have their own official podcast and everything. I think that'd be great if Jagex would do something like that. Then that would take kind of some of the burden off of us having to report the news, rather than
You don't want competition. Be a monopoly.
No, I mean, I'd rather not have to report the news directly. I'd rather just have to be an opinion show about what happened during the week. So if we could just assume everybody else knew what was happening, that would actually make things a lot easier and a lot more enjoyable for me if we could just talk about what happened rather than...
So you're more of a pundit than a newscaster.
Yeah, that's what I'd like to be. That's what I'd like the show to be more of, rather than just a roundup of news and whatnot. So, and Paul, that's perfectly fine because that's what we were just in earlier with your rant about the free-to-play high scores.
Indeed.
So, anyways, you can find this on both of those videos on the YouTube channels for RuneScape, youtube.com/RuneScape, and enjoy them there. And this person who did this Runecast video was apparently named Mod Vodka.
Why
there you
Mod
go.
Vodka?
Because they're from Russia, duh.
No, they're not from Russia, I don't think.
You have to check. If their last name is Vodka, they're from Russia.
Well, Vodka B is the title.
First name B?
No, first name Vodka.
First name is Vodka.
Yes.
Well, I know what their parents like to drink. Holy... I kid vodka.
Yeah, I'm willing
sure
to bet that this is just an alias.
It's not something else?
Vodka.
Wow,
Yes.
That's... Yeah, their parents must have really loved to drink vodka, I'm guessing.
And maybe they named their son Tequila.
Yeah, even... I mean, that's... Okay, I'm not saying it's terrible. I'm just saying that's interesting.
I hope that this would actually be a alias. Actually, I think that's what it would probably be.
For a game that's not meant for necessarily people above the age of 21 in the United States or 18 elsewhere, or lower, whatever, vodka's a weird alias. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, there are other uses for vodka, It's a good antiseptic.
Or you could use, rubbing alcohol.
Or that.
Or, something that's meant for...
But in a pinch, I mean, if you had vodka in your little
it'd be best
beer,
to use
not beer. What are those fridges called?
Mini fridge?
Bar. In your little mini bar, and
if it's a mini bar, then you're definitely drinking. If it's a mini fridge, you could just be having. At any rate, no, just vodka. It's 40% alcohol. You'd probably want to go with something, unless you went for a really strong vodka. You can get those up to 90%. I want to say 85%.
That's very interesting. How you know this, Paul?
You cannot. You're not. You can. You're not supposed to drink that stuff straight up. It can cause chemical burns.
Okay, there's the warning. And of course, we do not want to endorse any kind of underage consumption of alcohol or anything like that. We just think vodka is an interesting name, and that's kind of where this discussion went.
Restarting this. Alrighty.
All right, moving on to questions now. So.